tonight. There may be room for only one from Colorado. The compulsories were a heartbreak for Tom Forrester. First, Christy Powell missed this. Teresa Kulikowski may well have said goodbye to Atlanta, and someone else may have to put his Olympic dream on hold. With this performance, Amanda Borden said, "I will be going to the Olympic Games." But for Jenny Thompson, there may be no trip to Atlanta, and Shannon Miller knows it too. And for the coaches who train all those hours each and every day, all they can do is watch, wait, pray, and move in a bizarre unison in their own world. Amy Chow doesn't have a gym mate, but by tomorrow, she may have 6 new sisters and an American team jacket. Dominique Dawes is also playing here solo. She's made it to the games before. She knows the pressure. She knows the dance. Carrie Strug, always the bridesmaid. But with Shannon Miller and her teammate Dominique Moceanu injured, this omnipresent little soldier is alone together in the clutches of the master. Looking for the strength, reaching for the power. Soon it will be out of the arms of those who can help, those who can comfort, and into the waiting embrace of the Olympic dream. Welcome to Boston, Massachusetts, a city with a reputation for hosting the very best athletes in the world. We're in the Fleet Center adjacent to the Boston Garden for the 1996 Olympic Trials for women's gymnastics. Hello again, everybody. I am John Tesh, along with Tim Daggett and Elfie Schlegel. We are coming to you live, and 14 women have come here to the Fleet Center. Only 7 will leave on the American team that will represent the United States in the Olympic Games in Atlanta in less than 3 weeks. And because Dominique Moceanu and Shannon Miller have petitioned in with injuries, they will take the first 2 spots. That means, Tim, there are only 5 spots left for these ladies to vie for, and so far, after the first rotation, we have seen everybody except maybe one spot on.
Well, it's been absolutely incredible, and as a matter of fact, in the compulsory round, the first round of competition, it was just the opposite story. Everybody looked a little bit tense. You could feel the pressure, and because of that, a lot of mistakes. But today, it has been almost flawless for just about every athlete, especially Carrie Strug. On vaulting, absolutely incredible performance. This is just about as good as it can be done. A 1.5 twisting Yurchenko and a perfect landing. She scores a 9.95.
That's all we want.
5 100ths away from perfection, but on the other side of the fence, Elfie, we saw Jenny Thompson.
You know, this is the type of start to an Olympic trials that you dream of, with everyone hitting, and it was up to Jenny Thompson, the last one in the first rotation, on her nemesis, the uneven bars, and ironically, Jenny Thompson missed the same move that she missed in the compulsory competition. This is so unfortunate for Jenny Thompson, a nightmare, an absolute nightmare. She won't be going. It's all over for Jenny.
Jenny's score, as we return back here live on even bars, a 9.162. The crowd here is deafening. It is a full house, very unusual for gymnastics. 5 will go. J.C. Phelps, Dominique Dawes, Carrie Strug, Amy Chow, Amanda Borden. After one rotation, if it ended right now, that would be your team, plus Moceanu and Shannon Miller. And here is the rest of the top 14. Teresa Kulikowski. The vault is next for her.
Now, John, you notice the number on the right-hand side of your screen, 4403, indicates the type of vault that Teresa will be performing. This is her week event. This vault is only out of a 9.8, so she has to just hit perfectly.
The women get 2 vaults. You get to keep the best score. That's what happened to Carrie Strug. Her second vault was 9.95.
She's 2 spots away right now.
Just a hop on the landing. Obviously, she would not be scoring the perfect 9.8 that she can max out on this vault, but it was a nice-looking vault. She just has to go for the stick on the second one.
You heard Tim say she's 2 spots away. She is in 7th position. She would have to take that 5th place away from young Amanda Borden in order to be on the team. Replay.
Great pre-flight onto the horse. Look at the body position. Lots of height, lots of distance. Just that small hop. She needs to nail it.
Teresa is 16 years old. She trains with Tom and Lori Forster, who we'll tell you a lot about in a few minutes. She told me she was burned out, literally burned out before the 92 games. She was training and competing so hard, she said she would just stay at home and cry all day. This is a different athlete. She's very self-assured. She needs to move up 2 places.
Same second vault. That's the one she wanted.
Well, I'll tell you, so far, these athletes have just been really, really on. You know, we saw the men last night having some struggles, and we saw the women in the first day of competition, but they're really dealing with it today.
We've also seen that anything can happen as 15-year-old Kristen Maloney mounts the uneven bars. She is in 9th place entering this rotation. And with some mistakes from the other athletes, she could, in fact, move up.
Well, that first release, John, that was so far.
Fingertip control.
A little bit of... Oh!
Now, this is more of what we saw happen in the compulsories, not the optional.
Well, you know, the athletes make these release moves look so easy. But every time you let go of the bar, there is obviously a big risk that those hands won't grab onto that bar and hold on.
We already had the compulsories, which counted 60%. These optionals count 40% in the dismount.
Ends the routine off well, but you know, this was a true sign of inexperience. This is a big-time event for Kristen.
Also in her position, she needed to be perfect in order to climb ahead. Waiting for Kulikowski's score. Her first vault was a 9.587. Her second, a 9.662. So, of course, that is the score that she will take. Not sure if that will move her up. We'll have to see what everybody else does. J.C. Phelps in first place after 1 rotation. And she has just been screaming through this competition all weekend.
Just narrowly missed defeating Shannon Miller at the recent national championships, and it really would take almost a natural disaster for J.C. Phelps to not make this Olympic team.
You know, J.C. is textbook perfect. She has such beautiful body lines and form. The vault doesn't get any better than that.
She's coached by Mary Lee Tracy, who she's talking to right there.
Mary Lee has a very positive atmosphere in the gymnastics gym. Actually, they had a pep rally wishing both Amanda and J.C. luck before their travels to Boston here.
Different style vault for J.C. A half turn onto the horse, half turn laid out position front. It's a 10-0 vault. That's the maximum she can score, obviously.
We should tell you also that Shannon Miller and Dominique Moceanu are in the stands watching this competition. And J.C. finished just 5/100ths of a point behind Shannon Miller in the national championships. Almost took it away from her. Maloney's bars 9.087. There's Dominique Moceanu looking on. Not paying a whole lot of attention right now. I think we snuck up on her.
Remember, in this vault competition, the women are allowed to perform the same vault. It's only the best of the 2 that will count.
What would you do here?
Well,
Same vault.
Yeah, and you gotta. She has a free vault right here because she's got a great one in the bag. She can really try to go for the stick.
Oh, she'll take the first one.
Definitely the first one.
Still to come on the vault is, see what Mary Lee says. First vault score is 9.737.